Hope you all love Thirstday, because we are here with the one and only Edward Blackbeard Teeth. Okay, I'm sorry, Tifa. I didn't mean to scare you like that. But I am actually just really excited because, yeah, anyone that is following my channel knows that Blackbeard is one of my favorite servants, and also one that I have graded to level 100 because I am weird like that. And yes, I am a Faglano today. I have my cap on because I don't know why. I was freezing my ears, which is weird because I have long hair cover it, but you know, in the end I decided to do that. So yes, Edward teach you. God. Yeah, that's a cool pose there. But seriously, I can actually like his design. I mean, design-wise, he looks really cool, in my opinion. You know, shirtless, and then you have those. Though I don't understand how those shoulder things actually sits there. I assume he just popped it with a nail, like, and then that hook thing. I mean, that is actually a pretty brutal weapon. I mean, obviously, it's. Imagine getting like sliced by that thing. Wow, shit! This is lots of detail. Even all the earrings and what? And it's got it's evolved. Wait, can he send it out like that? That is really cool. And the guns with the skull, that is pretty fucking neat. Hey, dude. Seriously, I am actually surprised how fucking badass this is. I'm letting out my inner pirate. And I do like his leg, the knees things. It looks like kind of skullish. I love his stuff. It looked kind of sad as well, like, And then the final ascension is actually, and well, this is not the final one. Final one is the Weebu. But I do like the skull thing there on his shoulder. I don't know why, but it kind of reminds me of what you call, in Bleach, the hollows, the those with the masks on. What the fuck were they called? Visored or whatever, something like that. Kind of reminds me of that, actually. Though I would say, I actually think, the first looks cooler in my opinion, without the coat. Now I see, it's about in the back there, and then in the necklace thing. I guess that is... No, this is a separate necklace. Oh, dude, that's pretty cool. Huh? Seriously, I'm a big fan of Blackbeard, and I didn't even know all of these things. Class, and also before I continue, I want to thank Potato for helping putting this up and fixing all this. So thank you, Potato, the one and only best potato out there. I say. Class, writer, true name Edward Teach. Historical fact, Caribbean Sea, chaotic evil. Height, 210 centimeters and 114 kilos. 114 kilos. I mean, I always baffle out fucking tall. I mean, you don't really imagine that, but then you see him like, super tall. Strength, B+, Constitution, A, Agility, E, Magic, D, Luck, and NPC. NPC, A? Setting creation, Higashida Yoichiro. Character design, Boudica. Character voice, Saisen Tadayashi. This guy is Hurricane George. What? Are you serious? Are you serious? He voiced her as well? Oh my god. Okay, you can never guess that when you're hearing Blackbeard. I mean, obviously, I assume they do some distortion on Herc, because he's crazy berserker and all that. But still, I could never guess it. Class skill, riding. Riding skill is lost due to the Voyager of the Storm skill. Yeah, I remember, I think I saw it somewhere that Blackbeard is one of few riders that actually don't have the riding skills. Because, yeah, you know, they are on this big bow like... Magic resistant E, protect against magic, incapable of invalidating it, but somewhat reduce the damage value. Well, that's nice. I didn't know he actually had that. Holy crap. Personal skill, Voyager of the Storm Aid, ability for sailing vessels recognized as ships. Because the ability as a group lead is also necessary, this is a special skill that also combines the effect of charisma and military tactics. Blackbeard, most feared pirate in the Caribbean Sea, is an exceedingly superior sailor who conducts himself brazenly. He's feared. Believe it. Yeah, and then we have him here like, oh, this is anime, yes. Pirate's Honor B. A unique skill born from a pirate's peculiar sense of values. Combined low-rank mental pollution, bravery, and better continuation. Mental pollution. Yeah, you better fear it. He would get violent towards his underling without warning, but at the same time he also possessed the bravery to savagely charge towards a line of swords and rain of bullets. Dude, I mean, when you read it like this, like, dude, this dude is legit badass. And then we know how he is in, like, the meme he had become in FGO. Ah, so sad. Queen Anne's Revenge. Revenge of Queen... That sounds so redundant. Queen Anne's Revenge. Revenge of Queen Anne. Like... Excuse me? C++. Anti-Armine. Noble Phantoms. Maximum target 300%. The ship that Blackbeard once had actually boarded on. Originally it was a French ship, but due to Blackbeard's plundering it had become the pirate ship known as Queen Anne's Revenge. After beginning by launching an artillery attack using its 40 cannons, Blackbeard would then put a savage assault to the enemy ship together with his underling, who have then turned into low-ranked spirits. They are nameless and without understanding of themselves then as Blackbeard's underlings. Dude, that is pretty cool. The monster ship specializes in plundering. Such an overwhelming amount of violence is to be quite notable among the numerous noble phantasms. In addition, as long as the ship is on the sea, it manifests a continuously deployed noble... Oh! It is capable of advancing to either land or the sky, but in those cases it will consume a large... it is capable of a large quantity of magical energy. And lastly, this ship possesses the ability to rapidly increase its damage should there be a servant other than Blackbeard embarking on it. And that is something I think is a shame they don't actually use in the game. You know? That the more servants you have are still alive, the stronger the MP gets. And it is actually, I just really do like it. I mean, especially in game as well. It's a good AoE farming MP as well. While not 100%, it do have a quite highest chance of... reducing an MP charge on the enemies and all that, so it's a really good one. And I do feel though like it would have been awesome if they actually took care and used this little bit here, you know, with having more servants on. Character, truly the one who comes to mind when it comes to pirates. Indeed. Stealing, killing, plundering. The great pirate that once put the Caribbean Sea under his control. Blackbeard does love his share of alcohol, gold, women, and violence. But his trade as pirate too are intense. The man befitting to be called pirate like pirate. He is thoroughly and severely harsh to adults, but he makes exception for children who admires him. He will not wield violence against them. See, that is sweet actually. I kinda like that. It's how Blackbeard is on the outside. Oh no. But the fact that is that he is, in a certain sense, someone at the deepest depth who's probably beyond redemption. Always fooling around, unchanging from when he was still alive. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, Blackbeard was an horrendous pirate. I mean, he did lots of... I mean, most pirates did, to be fair. He does not kill people in anger. Instead, he is capable of killing them while laughing, or even killing them as he plays a trick on them. He's more about searching for pleasure instead of being cruel. If he could enjoy himself in any situation, that is all good. He had many women, but since each and every one of them are greedy women whose eyes aim for treasure, Teach himself does not think that harem is something fulfilling in a real way. True love, Blackbeard, who had become a servant, believes that such thing only exists in the sea of internet. Maru. Seriously, you know, considering Blackbeard, what kind of meme character he is, and there was numerous times he appeared in like events and stuff like that, often as a joke and all. But seeing all of this is why I love these FGO materials, because it really do explains deeper of many characters and how they are, and like that what we get to see in the game and all of that. So this is really actually really sweet. I like this. The dot is for full stop punctuation mark. Reading its ally is meant to make it sound cuter. I think I have no idea why Blackbeard would do that, but Blackbeard's Blackbeard. Well, Blackbeard is the Blackbeard that go do Blackbeard thing, because Blackbeard is Blackbeard. That is what he is and who he is. Motive... Maru? Motive is an attitude towards the master. He takes more or less respectful... oh wait, I'm gonna make sure so you can actually read as well. So, he takes a more or less respectful attitude toward the master, but generally he would immediately just ignore the master's plan and begin to use the Holy Grail for amusing himself to his heart content. Why, I'm not surprised. If one is not the same in nature as him, then he will not follow their instruction. If one does not possess the same alignment, fetish as his, he would relatively be unable to get along with him. It can also mean passion, enthusiasm, also social lowering. I mean, that actually do make sense. I mean, maybe not the fetish part, but the same nature and alignment. I mean, many servants are summoned are somewhat in a line with the master, you know, because it makes sense that an cruel master might summon a cruel servant, and justice master might summon a justice servant, and all that. Though it obviously are some difference at times, but yeah, it do make sense. And I do like the fact that he's more or less respectful, but he would like ignore the plan, like, you know what, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go out to have a fun time in this war. Yeah. And then he flies away, and like the master like tear. I just imagine that the master that summons Blackbeard, and then Blackbeard just fly away, and then you see the master, you know, this dancing funeral meme. The master's dead, and then what? Blackbeard like. It won't go well, I'm pretty sure. Speech examples. Alright, let's go. My pride, Canis, I was getting serious. Queen Anne's revenge. What a landslide. Though I do appreciate that you at least spare my head, but I, Blackbeard, am done for, Maru. I mean, I don't know that he said, like, in Japanese, they have this, like, vocal tick, you know, where it's ending with, like, something like that. Which old samurais kind of did, but it seemed like he go for the more cutie version. Master, together with me, let us make our dream as comrade come true. I'm gonna be the director and the voice actor for the protagonist, so please, take care of the key animation and scripts. Dude, that would actually be quite fun to see him as, like, making an anime. Like, I would be concerned what kind of anime, but, you know, probably some weird hentai. Historical depiction. Immediately following the end of the Great Age of Exploration, the Caribbean Sea enters the complete unprecedented age of pirates. Ruffians in great numbers started boarding ships and began plundering the vessels that flourished from the colonial trade. In those days, it was better to plunder as a pirate than earn income on your normal ships, with one's own share also taken into account. There were much bigger things laying beyond, and many people dreamt of making a killing the quick and easy way. I don't know, something in my brain. And so they make their name as pirates. Arr. And then one among them established as a legend as a pirate, Blackbeard Edward Teach. Although it's not clear whether Edward Teach was his real name, nor is his lineage before becoming a pirate. What is said is that he had once been employed under Benjamin Hornigold, who had been a powerful pirate at the time. Perhaps it was not with him to work under someone. Soon he withdrew from under Hornigold's flag to captaining and starting up his own pirate crew. And then at one point, after he planted a friendship La Concorde, he furnished it with 40 cannons and renamed it Queen Anne's Revenge, having managed to obtain just about the most powerful ship in the Caribbean Sea. He has truly reached the golden age of his piracy. The Elias Blackbeard was well known in the Caribbean Sea, to speak nothing of ordinary sailors. Even the other pirates and his own underling had feared his atrocities. White fuses are waved within his well-grown beard. His blazing burning eyes are like that of a beast itself. It was said that his whole narrative would even extol as a personification of the goddess of hell. That is impressive. One night he was drinking together with the underlings, but suddenly, like they had thought, the shooting has begin, unaware that the devil looms above. The underlings on the other side had his kneecap blasted away. Ow. Ow. Sounds like I brought to blow an underling down. Keep your scalawags shivering in your timbers, that I'm your captain. The cruelness of his had made his underling believe that Blackbeard was a personification of the devil himself. It was both cruel as well as eccentric, but as the many countries of the world established their countermeasures against pirates, it also looms as a threat for his actions. Although he had once retired from piracy due to amnesty from English monarch, he had completely, without any remorse, resumed it once again as a different location. In the end, the orders to subjugate him was handed down. Receiving a surprise attack from the Navy, Blackbeard, together with barely 20 of his underling, boldly welcomed them in open fire. Even after being cut in 20 places and shot 5 times, Blackbeard kept on fighting with a raging expression. But in the middle of reloading his gun, he had finally used all his strength and been defeated. According to legend, Blackbeard had been taken down by beheading. His head was suspended on the bowsprit. Bowsprit? Well, I mean, I assume it's the front of the boat. But his body was thrown away to the sea. And thereupon, for 3 days and 3 nights, his body has swum about the ship's running surface head. Blackbeard has no shorter for daring and brutal episodes such as that. But then, in what way and just how and where did he get the information? Before anyone had realized it, he had changed into oddball to speak with hopeless otaku verbal tick. Furthermore, going by the flow of things from the start, without Tolkien knowledge added, he hadn't become completely unmanageable. Oh god. Yeah, I mean, the legends of Blackbeard is many, seriously. He was really terrifying, like, yikes. Even his underlings were, like, terrified of him, like, he was like the devil. That was, I mean, I could see Blackbeard as a berserker, an avenger, you know, like, he's headless, you know, without his head, he's looking for his head, like, rah! Which would be actually fucking creepy if we think about it. I mean, wow. He could be a saber, you know, like, you know, they use cutlass. It could be an archer, because guns and stuff like that. I could see many other versions of Blackbeard as well that could be insanely terrifying. And not to say that, I mean, otakus in many ways are terrifying. I do say, I will admit, many of them are scary. Connection with other characters, all female characters. Everybody's a member of my heart. The rest of us is plastered with blood, impossible to be discerned. Everybody's a member of my head. I guess making me think on Fullmetal Alchemist in one of these, she made this, you know, there was like 4 frames, you know, commas or whatever called, random at times, and one was that Roy Mustang was like, when I become the Führer, I will make every female wear miniskirts, and then you see like he's there like miniskirts, so he writing with blood like his final words. Oh god, that's how I imagine it. Francis Drake, for me, she's my favorite rival. If I'm Jonathan, BBA here is the D vampire. If I'm Joseph, BBA here is the Italian womanizer. If I'm a mozzarella cheese, BBA here is the round slice of tomato. If I'm a Joseph, is that a reference to JoJo? Is it, and Jonathan, the D vampire? The Dio? No, it. Hey, are these all the JoJo references? Are you real? Oh god. Comment from Illustrator. Even now, I still remember the LOL shock. Shugigiki is a shock impact threat, but the Shu apparently used to kind of laugh instead here. Okay, lol. Vote yes for cool Blackbeard. Eric is better. No! Shut up, Potato. Eric is not better. Eric is good, but not better. I will say. I will never stand down on this. I got upon receiving the unexpected auto setting. To match it up, I make most of his expression to have a comical feeling. However, I'm glad at least one had drawn just his anger favor with just a little bit of blood first. His disgusting blush face is my favorite. If I got a chance, I would love to draw and show the Blackbeard full of dignity. Dude, I want that as well. Please make that happen. That would be so awesome. I mean, dignity. Ah, Satan. Aye, that hurt. I hit the board, which but seriously, I love Blackbeard. I will say, it's I don't know why I started. I think it was because reason I kind of started like was because everyone like hated him, and I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna do that. This guy is my guy now, you know. And I generally do like him. Seriously, I mean, sure he is creepy and weird. I mean, then again, many servants are. I mean, I like the idea of him with. Sure, I do wish that they did make him more serious and all that, and I really hope we get that moment where we get this serious Edward Teach. And in game-wise, I do think he is actually really good. I mean, he's a good support kind of servant with his skills. I mean, he is the only one, as I know, that has a permanent guts. If you use it right away, it won't go off until he actually dies, which is actually really, really good. I didn't even know that in the beginning, because every guts, you know, lasts like 4 or 5 rounds maybe or something like that. But Blackbeard, it's there all the time. And if you have like already used it early, then when he dies and you have already skill up again, you can use it again to instantly get a new gut, so to speak. They're really good. And yeah, I seriously think it's a really fun character. And though obviously I do hope we get a more serious version of him at some point. That would be epic as fuck. But yeah, Blackbeard is Blackbeard, and he is one of my top favorite servants actually in the game. So we have that. And next character, ooh, Boudica I mean, you know, I'm all for sexy characters. I'm completely fine with you know, being sexy, as long as they are an actual mature character, not a kid or anything like that. Yuck, go put on pants again. But you know, like Boudica, I mean, had it been a summer outfit, you know, a summer version, then I wouldn't bat an eye, because, you know, bikinis and whatnot. But yeah, first time I saw her, because I think she was one of the absolute first servant I got. Not the first one that I know, but she was one of the first ones I got. And I was like, wait, what? What is this? Like, Boudica? Like, what? Though, I will say, as I've seen her in the game, I feel there's two things. I do like her, like, this big sister feel, you know. She's very motherly, kind of sweet and personal. I kind of like that, you know. But I also feel really, really sad how many times Boudica have been just ruffle-stomped to lift up Nero, making Nero looking like the good character and all that. And just Boudica getting shafted so insanely hard. And I really hope we can get like a Boudica Avenger at some point. That would be really cool. And game-wise, one of her skills is obviously just fucking pretty much useless. I mean, she is like a low version of Mashu, which is actually kind of sad, because it kind of takes away a little bit of Boudica's ability, because though she is thick, that for sure. Like, look at that hip ratio. Juicy, I do say. That one this form much better in my opinion. Cover up a little bit, makes a bit more sense. And this one is actually, I actually really like this. It's really cute in a way, you know. And also, it really makes a nice symbol, you know. Boudica is this, if I don't remember wrong, was like the symbol of victory in Britannia and all that. And this really shines up like that. I really like it. Also, the sword looks really similar to Excalibur in a way. I think it is maybe they're related. Writer, true name Boudica, historical fact, neutral good, 174 centimeters, 62 kilos. Character creator Hikaru Sakurai, designer Tako Atsuki, voicer Shiva Saito, fake and order parameters, strength C, constitution B+, agility C, magical power and luck D, no offense, B+. And also, though, I will say this right away. Even if I don't really big fan of the design, I don't hate the creator of it, by no means, and no one should go and attack them for it. You can be a critic of it, you know, like, as I said, it doesn't feel like something that an monarch or ruler would have normally, so to speak. That is a form of critic. Just hating on it and then hating on the creator and the designer and attacking them, that's no good. That's no good. Definitely not doing that. And which is really sad, because I know they have been attacked a lot, and it is sad. Seriously, I think it shouldn't be that like that. I mean, obviously, I wish they went another way, but at least they got better, in my opinion, with ascending, climbing at least. So that's what I think. And of course, the concept of the character itself, as I mean, the creator is Hikaru Sakurai, but it's Tako Atsuki that designed it. So, yeah, be nice to the artist. If they are not obviously full-blown fuck faces, then fuck them. But, you know, I don't think it's anything wrong. I mean, then I have a bigger problem with the design of Jack. I'm just gonna say, but people seem to be okay with that. But Boudica, what? Maybe it's just me. Okay, magic resistance D. She is able to nullify spells that have one verse shown. Oh, running A. One is able to operate all vehicles and beasts freely, except for those with phantom beasts and divine beast ranking. That is pretty good. Personal skill, battle continuation A, the ability to continue combat. Combat is possible even while bearing injuries that place one on the verge of death, and they can remain alive as long as they do not receive a decisive fatal wound. Boudica anecdote of her having continued battle against the mighty Roman Imperial army with an indomitable fighting spirit has been changed into a skill. Wow, the goddess B. Evolved to Andraste, the goddess of victory in ancient Britannia. It grants a plus modifier against opponent on a determined as an enemy that they must triumph over. In Boudica's case, the modifier comes in play only against opponent at failure with Rome. It's a particular. That is honestly, I feel that is such a bad skill. Seriously, you know, I would like to see it that it gave, like, for example, at max 20% or 15% attack damage for everyone, and maybe 5 extra percent against Romans, you know. But other than that, it is worthless. Seriously, the only ones that it would, I know I've been talking about it in the past. I made a video about it way back, but The only ones that it actually works, is effective on, is like Nerocaster, Galigula Berserker, and yeah. I mean, it works on going against Caesar and all that, but it is not effective. And yeah, that is one skill that I feel like they didn't really think that run through. It's a little bit of a Benkei syndrome in this, you know. It's a skill that is like, oh wow, it's supposed to be connected to the character history and all of that. But at the same time, if they're gonna be very keen on following the history, but you know, not very historical. And obviously, we're not supposed to check this as an historical program. Like, oh wow, they are true to all the history about the characters. But you know, I feel like they could slack a little bit on things like this and add a slightly flavor to it instead of making it full blown, almost useless. Not completely, obviously, but very weak skill. Andraste's Divine Protection. A divine protection bestowed by Andraste, the goddess of victory. On the occasion of a group battle, it granted plus modifier to all checks made by Boudica and a comrade. Especially in battle with defense objective, it demonstrates its maximum effect. And I don't mean that all skills need to be super good or anything like that. I mean, obviously many skills have a very niche thing, but even many niche skills are still better than this, because there are not too many Romans and not too many Roman servants that are, you know, caster, so to speak, where it would be effective. In my opinion. Okay, Noble Fantasy, Chariot of Boudica, Chariot of Unpromised Protection. Oh, it's like getting extra condom. Maximum number target, 50 people, anti-army, B+. A chariot, its proper form is a chariot drawn by 2 fine horses. It represents Britannia, and as Britannia is a symbol of protection. It boasts high durability capabilities. By releasing its true name, the chariot makes its appearance and protects Boudica and her comrades. Although it's acquired flight ability by receiving the divine protection of the Celtic gods, the offensive power of its charge is not particularly high. Its proper use is to function as a shield to protect comrades. Oh, okay. The figure of Boudica driving the chariot can even be seen in modern time as a bronze statue in London at the famous path in the Westminster area. Sword of Boudica, sword of... what? She have a sword too? What? One-handed sword crowned with the name of Victory, just like Boudica herself, but for all that is by no means a sacred sword of the planet, nor does it also mean the victory has been promised, a sort of an incomplete wish. For its ability, it can shoot out somewhat small magical energy projectile. She's a saber that can shoot lasers! This mass of magical energy is not powerful enough to extend of being able to kill a servant in one hit, but it's possible to fight them in rapid succession because of its low magical energy consumption. So the Noble Fantasy was a relatively excellent usability. This ability can even be used without invoking its true name. Whenever its true name is released, it can unleash a barrier of multiple magic and... Dude, that is like a Link, you know? Pew, 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 shooting with a sword. Dude, that is really cool. Man, that is awesome. I hope if we get like an Avenger Boudica that we get to see that. Or an Archer Boudica, that would be cool. I think that would be awesome with that. I think that would be cool. Personality, cheerfully bright. Someone who become friends with anyone and everyone. But Romans are one exception. Overflowing with motherhood, a companion who is blessed with being open and affectionate to anyone as her own child regardless of the gender. Although she is a warrior who draws on the flow of the Celts to the battle with pride. Boudica is a primarily gentle. If she is urged out of necessity, she will change into a female warrior persona. Because she has a heroic spirit, her bodily age is in her early years, causing even her disposition to take on the more or less nature of the young lady. She considered herself proud, knowing that her name means victory in her language. Oh, but yeah, I like Boudica. She's sweet. Though this doesn't make, because she has a heroic spirit, her bodily age is in her early years, but not everyone is in their early years in the heroic servants, you know? I'm just saying. Okay, but yeah, I assume that's one thing. Don't. I think. I mean, like Moriarty, he's definitely not in his younger years. You know, I just find that interesting. Ah, well, whatever. It's nothing that too serious. It's just me being picky about the random thing. But motivation and attitude towards the master. Boudica comes into contact with her master as an elder sister close to their age. Radiant, kind, a gentle son who will even worry about, am I not trying hard enough? They wish Boudica wants to make in the holy place for Britannia to be peaceful. Because Britannia was become a little harmonious since her lifetime, at the time when she was approaching her death, her heartfelt belief is not only for Britannia people to coexist with the Celtic gods and the fairies, but also for people and children of different races who live and laugh together in a paradise, and it would be good to her if it becomes like that. Even if she will not say it all, she sheds a large tear with pleasure, knowing that her wish is gratefully being realized. Aww. Ah, that is so sweet. Gosh. I liked Boudica before, but now I just like her even. Seriously, oh man, she's so sweet. Why do I hate myself? Hey, I'm Boudica. Please treat me favorably. Hey, is it okay if I can casually call me Miss Boudica? Okay, I'm heading out. Hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm relatively fond of fighting anyways. Hey, I'll do anything if it's good with me. Hey, what do you want? Will you tell me? What do you like? For me, it's the sky and the earth and the people bonds. Also, to be the best if there are some delicious meals. I don't know why, but I figure be the very best, Pokemon theme playing. Are you hungry? All right, let's make something to eat. Yay! Aww. Yeah, seriously, she's generally a sweet character that is sadly not too popular, I guess. Which is sad. In the first century, Boudica is the young battle queen of Britannia. At the end of the vicious invasion, where she and her daughter were disgraced by the Roman Empire, Boudica caused a rebellion with her spearheading the various kings of Britannia. She would not forgive the Romans, and although she made military gains for a while and overwhelmed the imperial army, in the end she lost to Emperor Nero's army, losing her life in the process. In the future years, she became the legend of a queen of victory in Britain. Yeah, and they put Boudica literally to be a stepping stone for Nero in every aspect. That is something I really don't like that. I think that is such a... I know Nero is popular and all of that, and 99% of everyone loves Nero and all, but I think it's not worth it when it's at the expense of other characters, like Boudica, I mean, she is a character that's hard to come by as it is already, so to say, because, she's not very strong and all of that. And then they literally make her you know what, Nero here, you like her, but I hate Roman. No, you like Nero, okay. Okay, she doesn't do that, but it feels a little bit like that. Boudica, okay, character image in Fake Grand Order. Boudica loved everything about Britannia: the wind and the earth, the flowers and plants, the spring and clear streams, the insects and birds and all the wild animals. And more than anything, she loves the people. She is close to her kind-hearted husband, King Prasutagus. Prasutagus? What? That was an odd name. And was blessed with a couple of daughters in her younger years. Except for when the skirmish happened between fellow tribes, it was possible to say that Britannia is peaceful. Boudica had even incidentally planned to get into contact with the Roman Empire, who arrived in Britannia from a land beyond the waters and built several settlements. And moreover, she had faith in them. She believed the conflict is something that can be avoided through dialogue and exchange. In fact, then the Roman Emperor Claudius sought exchange more than conflict too. But on that day, at that time, King Prasutagus died. Okay, that's... cut it. Weird. And then everything changed. Succeeding Claudius, who died around the same time, was the fresh Nero. And the time when she had sent to the throne as a Roman emperor, the imperial magistrate imposed heavy tax on Britannia, stole away their plots of land, one after another, started to conscript their people as slaves. That is to say, this is very action were undoubtedly that of an invasion. Boudica carried out protest fiercely as the Queen of Britannia. What was waiting for her was a poorly treatment that was so far as fierce, scorn and disdain, violence and disgrace, pain and fresh blood. Though she received deep wounds to both her heart and body, she was still determined. For the rebellion against Rome, for the protection of her birthplace, for revenge, thus she became the young battle queen. God damn. Boudica brought together various kings from various places within Britannia, and she led a large army to oppose a powerful Roman army. The rebels, they received their bitter tears as suffering from the people of the abominable empire. Trampling down the free Roman settlement constructed in Britannia, they exhaustively killed the Roman without distinguishing them between soldiers and citizens. Even the women, as well as all the children. If they are young mothers, much like herself, and even if they are very young children, as long as they are Roman citizens, Boudica swung his sword. Without hesitation, struck them down. The final decisive battle... hard to read at times, because it's so compact. It took place at Watling Street. Opposing the rebels was Roman army governor Suetonius Paulinus, who was known as a great commander. The extent of his military prowess he displayed in the distant land of Mauritania was so great, news of resoundingly crossed over even to the land of Britannia that was separated 2 seas away. The capability being displayed in the suppression of Britannia's western areas, present-day Wales, was formidable. Even with the allied forces of Britannia, various kings that were superior to the Roman in number, will they really win? Boudica took on the challenge as she drove her chariot into battle. The allied forces of the various kings numbered 200,000, and the Roman imperial army numbered 10,000. What? Despite that, the difference in military strength between the two forces was so exceptionally overwhelming, and the rebel forces were defeated with Suetonius' ingenuity that did not differ from the Romans. And before the Roman soldier extremely meticulous in combat behavior that were trained to a higher degree. The army of justice was completely defeated to the extent that it was over too soon. Justice. Holy shit. Caminolum Londinium Verolium, trampling down the free Roman settlement, was it really the divine protection of the goddess Andraste that gave the violence and disgrace to the Romans and the rebels scorn and disdain, while Boudica herself was scaring pain and blood. Her daughter was exultantly raped as much as possible, while in tears Boudica was begging in her thin voice for mercy on her children. That then, what was once her figure and voice was itself not her anymore. She thought of that in the verge of death. Yes, I might have already let go of things I truly want to protect. Boudica was deeply enshrined in the United Kingdom since the modern time, and on the occasion of materializing as a servant, she has parted with her furious self from the time of her past battles. Boudica, as a heroic spirit's original self, that is, she shall swing her sword in battle as an affectionate woman. Britannia, when one from there thinks of this birthday, they think of it as a mother. I'm sorry. Mother's power. I'm sorry. I mean, it is really fucking sad. And also, I'm now I don't know if this, I'm just being picky once again here, but succeeding Claudius, who died at the same time, was fresh near, and the time when she ascended to the throne as Roman Emperor, imperial majesty imposed heavy tax on Britannia. I mean, it's like they trying to deflect lots of this from Nero to like, oh well, it was the imperial magistrate, which probably was the case, but you know, like it was them that did start all of this, you know, and Nero is, you know, she's still a waifu. Don't worry, she's nice. And then they're trying. It sounds like Boudica there. Oh man, that's horrible. Really sad. Connection with other characters. Nero. Roman servants, enemies. Well, I can see that. And Nero. An opponent Boudica not pleased with. Honestly, she declared that Nero is her nemesis. However, if Boudica doesn't know of Nero as an individual, she will be trouble in using it as an outlet of her anger. After that battle, it said that Nero reprimanded those generals for their actions, so that it can know the utmost of the cruel deeds they had done to Boudica and the others were defeated in the battle. Well, I'm not sure if that is true, but if so, that would be nice. But I still find this like, why? You know? I mean, I know it's Nero. It's like, it's not no one allowed in the game to actually hate her or anything like that. You know, it's like, oh, she's Nero, but I think that I can't really imagine Boudica, you know, being cool with that. And even if this is true, after battle, it is said that Nero reprimand those generals for their actions. I mean, okay, I mean, sure, that was nice, but it doesn't change that these general under Nero's lead, they follow Nero, did this. So yeah, it's I just find this like this is what I mean when I say that I feel bad for Boudica. They're literally using her as a stepping stone for Nero, you know, to praise Nero. Oh gosh, she's so good and so sweet and all of that. And yeah, I mean, I don't hate Nero. I just not a big fan of her, definitely not. So I know there are lots of fans, and there are gonna probably be some that are a bit upset that I'm shitting on Nero like this. But I'm more in the way that I wouldn't really care much about that if it wasn't that Boudica was the one that got shafted constantly by all this stuff, you know, or other characters, you know, their sacrifices, their development and their story just to make Nero look even better, you know. That is something I find problematic when they're making one character like, oh, everyone loves Nero, you know. That, but at least what I think. Artoria and the Knights of the Round Table, they are like her cute younger sister and brothers. Boudica regards that queen and those knights are the people who protect Britannia, and she loves each one of them, who all tend to be adorable cats as her as her younger sister and younger brother who succeed in doing what she could not do. Every time they meet, one thing or another, she will bake for them and look after them. She said that she is the relative sister or their cousin older sister. Having said that, do you want to eat a galette? Ah, dude, I can see her standing there like, you know, like a grandmother baking cakes. Like, here, I have cakes for you. Here, Tristan, eat a cake. Like, what? British Seven, they're like her Disney children. Now, you came from quite a far away place, didn't you? Having said that, do you want to eat a galette? Comment from Illustrator. It would have been good if the picture of her sex day was her first stage. I carefully drew in a way to add volume to her breasts, legs, and so on to show impressive of a modelly and tall figure. Eric's facial and first stage are very popular, so I'm very happy. Thankfully. Eric has bigger breasts. No! He have bigger, firmer breasts, but... Well, not bigger, but firmer, solid breasts, but not bigger. And yeah, I mean, she looks more like a slightly more mother figure, because she's more like, you know, thick, as the kids say. You know, thick with lots of Z's to it. But yeah, Boudica, what will I say about her? I like her more after this, I would say as well. I like her funnest ascension, her first ascension art and all that. I think still is like, wow, why is this bikini chick going on here? And I still think her like this Roman skill she has, while it feels fitting to her as a character, I think they should have changed it, and make something a bit more better out of it. And not to mention that I really, really dislike what they do with Boudica when it comes to Nero. Like Septem and all of that, it was just a mess. And yeah, I think it's really sad because she is a charming character in his own, Boudica, I would say, you know. I really do like her as she is, you know, with this warm, big sister motherly sense, and I can see her and Mia standing in the kitchen making dinner for servants and the people in Chaldea and stuff like that. And she's very supportive and all, except to Romans, and yeah, I think she is a sweet character, and her final art is pretty nice actually, and design as well. But the lingering problem is, as I said, is Nero. You know? And I think that is sad. I mean, obviously if Nero's a character itself, I can see that, like, well, Nero like trying to be kind, but it doesn't mean that everyone will forgive for the things that they have done or something like that. I mean, Boudica is an example of that. Like, Just because Nero's type be like, oh, I reprimanded the generals, it doesn't mean that she will forgive her for that. You know? It is like some leader today, like, yeah, you know, general, you shouldn't have done that, but by sending troops into this land and killing people, but there's still a massive responsibility on the leader. I'm just saying. So yeah, there is things I feel really sad with Boudica, but otherwise I think she is a, you know, just a sweet, kind character. I like that. But yes, that is now for FGO materials, FGO Thursday. I know it's Friday once again, but seriously, thank Potato for all the help making this. Really appreciate it. And I will be back next week with more. So thank you for watching. See you later on, and have a continued super great day.